Eorzea, welcome to Speakers of Hydaelyn, episode 9 on March 13th, 2015. I am Lukeil Bravestone, I'm your host, and with me today, Vero Sombrero. Hello, Vero.
Hello.
So we've been battling some weird, as usual, technical difficulties, so we were a bit off schedule. Let's not talk about that. Lonergan, missing. Again. But don't be alarmed, we have confirmation that he will be back on the next episode and hopefully every other episode out in the future. Not every other episode, but you get my drift. We're going to talk about the patch that's coming up now, 2.5b. We haven't heard a lot of it recently, but we do have a lot of information about it that we're going to talk about. And then later we're going to talk about we're going to play Who Wants to Be a Gillionaire. So Vero, let's talk about what happened last week. What did you do? Like, we've already sort of talked about this, but let's pretend we didn't talk about it.
I've done nothing.
You've done nothing.
Nothing.
You've only been on to check your retainer, as you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
I've completed my Zodiac. I have my Zeta weapon, or Zeta. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah. So that was really cool to just finally have that out of the way. My relic is done. I have officially completed the weapon. I don't have to upgrade it anymore until Heavensward comes. But now that we know that it's not out until the 23rd of June, I know that that's a long time to wait. So I'm happy. I have eye level 135 on my main hand. Can't be happier.
Yay. Now you can get some relaxing.
Well, I started on my paladin, so I'm doing the relic weapon for the paladin as well. But I'm not going to do it as seriously as I did with my main arm. So I'm not aiming to have my Zodiac weapon finished for my paladin in no way, because I'm at the Atma books and I've only done one Atma book, so no rush on my side.
Maybe we can do that tonight.
The books? Oh,
books?
Oh god, yeah, maybe.
At least dungeons.
Don't really want to make it a thing, like, just because I've done so much relic stuff now that I'm good for a while. Let's talk about the patch then, because it's coming up. We know that it will drop in April, probably, because we got the Gold Saucer in March. So we're getting the next patch, the last part of the main scenario for 2.0. For 2.0. The 2.0 storyline is concluded at this point. And what do we know? Well, we know that there are new main storyline quests. That was confirmed, or that's basically all that patch is about. Is about ending the main scenario. So we also know that Yugiri is revealed to be a part of the new race, the Aura, which we already knew, but we're gonna finally get to see her face. We haven't been able to see her face in the main scenario yet. And it's finally happening. So that's not really too much. That's not anything special. But we're gonna touch upon the Battle of Ishgard part.
Mm-hmm.
Because that appears to be a major event. It says. But it's not going to be as big as the Meteor event in 1.0, where Dalamud came crashing down. It's going to be in the same region as the Meteor event. You didn't play 1.0, but in 1.0, you know what happened. The Meteor came down. On the day of the server shutdown, there was a massive event where we tried to kill the Garleans and, all that jazz. We were at war. Basically, the stuff that you saw in the opening cutscene of this game, where you see the people fighting on the battlefield, that sort of happened in 1.0. It's sort of a kind of a representation of what we actually did. Although in 1.0, the servers were bad. They were overloaded on that day because everyone logged in. If I remember correctly, I think that day I think you could log in for free as well. So there were so many people
Really?
online, and people rubber banded around, and it was horrible. But it also felt kind of epic because you knew that Eorzea was dying, sort of, and it was cool. So we're getting that almost with the Battle of Ishgard. I'm looking at like a massive event around in Coerthus, some place where we battle dragons. I don't know. It says that the event will be ending the 2.0 series of patches. So it's the end of A Realm Reborn, and we all know that. So that's cool. The FC, or the Free Company airship building, will be implemented in that patch. So, Free Company Disciple Hand workshops will be added in the patch. So, any players, or all players with an FC house, will be able to set up this workshop within their basement. So you cannot have this in your personal house. So if you have a personal house and want to build an airship, sorry, you can't. It has to be in the Free Company. It also says that it will take a long time.
How long, you think?
They haven't said, but
A week?
I think a
month?
lot more. Just imagine, they said that the Relic quest was... What did they say about that? They said something along the lines of that it would be substantially... Something long. They didn't really... Like... From my point of view, the Relic quest line is... It's just almost endless until you reach the final part. But they said... What did they say? They said that it will require lots of manpower and time to complete. So this is not something that you'll finish on the patch, like before Heavensward. You can also build other large items with the Free Company. What does that mean? What do they put in that? I have no idea. But
Another house?
Build a house in the basement of your existing house. That is weird. It does say though that that process of building items will occur in a magically miniaturized machine, then magnify to its full size once you bring it out in the field. So basically, there's no limits to how big the item is, because it will be shrunk in the workshop.
So we could build the Eiffel Tower?
If you wanted to. But that doesn't make sense in Eorzea. But yeah, you could with that machine.
It would make sense. It's a lot of French people there.
It is classified as large-scale content. What does that mean? And...
I don't know.
It's large scale. Basically, you're building an airship. We already know about the airship building, but we also know some stuff that really triggered my interest, and that is that the airship will have a captain and other roles to steer the ship. So maneuvering the ship will not only be like a means of transportation, it will be strategic, I think. Because they also say that airship experience will be different from flying around on the map. What do they mean by that? I don't know. But it seems like if you okay, you haven't played that, but there's a game called Wings of Icarus, I think, which is a game solely built on airship battle. Where you have a captain, and you have an engineer, and you have all the gunners and all that to man the ship. We've already sort of been told that we're not going to have airship battles, which bumped me out. But seeing that there's actually going to be roles aboard the airship, that really triggers my interest. I'm curious to see what they're going for here. I hope it's something like Wings of Icarus. If that is the name, the wings. I can't remember the name of the game. I played it a lot, but I've forgotten the name of the game.
Cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro. I'm talking about a game you don't even know.
No, I know.
it also says that boating and engine must be crafted. So the actual ship itself must be crafted, but you also have to craft the engine. So yeah, it's basically a very cool thing. I'm really looking forward. Like, the airship thing is something I've been looking forward to for a long time, and I'm knowing that we're getting it soon is, it makes me happy. And with that, we will have to conclude today's broadcast. I know that we've had some difficulties in the stream. The stream seems to be buffering a lot, stuttering, whatever. We will have this recording uploaded to our YouTube channel, so you can actually watch it there. I've seen that we've had people trying to watch, and then the stream has died, and I've lost everyone. So if you like to, or if you just tuned in, I'm sorry the end of the broadcast has arrived. And we will be back on the 21st. We will have 3 hosts then. Finally, all 3 is back. Lonigan, Vero, and myself. You can follow us on Twitch by clicking the follow button if you're watching us live. If you're watching us on YouTube, you could click the link in the description and follow us through there. And you can also follow us on Twitter at SpeakersXIV. I am Luke Keel Bravestone, and I've been joined by Vero Sombrero. And this is the end of a very beautiful episode. End of an era. Wise words. Words to live by. Again. See you next week. So, like, the mini games, they're just there. They're not a big part.
I think it's good that they are there, because you can do them.
Sort of adds some sense of, like, it feels like a casino in a way when you have those mini games. Because if you don't want to do all the big stuff, you can just chill with one of the less difficult ones. Well, they're still difficult, but I mean, the Jumbo Cackbot and the Mini Cackbot. Let's talk about those, because that's sort of the daily lotteries and the weekly lottery.